So just a quick holiday update. Just a quick holiday update is we had Thanksgiving. We had Thanksgiving, and my Thanksgiving was good. I spent most of my Thanksgiving resting at home. I spent most of my Thanksgiving resting at home and just relaxing and doing what I need to do. Just resting at home for my Thanksgiving. Um, I could have gone to the Knights of Columbus, but I didn't go to the Knights of Columbus. I ended up staying home and I had a few meals delivered from the church. The church delivered me a few meals, and I had a few meals delivered from the church, so I had that. But I stayed home, and for dinner I cooked two pork roasts. Cooked two pork roasts for my dinner. I didn't really go out to Knights of Columbus or nothing. It was rainy. It was cold, and I just didn't feel like going out. For the winter time, I've been really exhausted. I've been really exhausted since like the end of November to like December. I've been absolutely just really exhausted, but I've had to get up and I've had to work and I've had to do all these things to really try to get myself in order and stuff like that. It's Saturday today. It's Saturday, December 7th, and it's the day after my birthday. My birthday, was yesterday. I'm 36 years old. I'm 36 years old, and yeah, so stumbling over my words. There's a lot to say, and there's a bright light in my face right now. I'm trying to just there we go. Um, yeah, but I'm 36 years old. Um, yeah, so um, yeah, and we had our annual we had our annual Thanksgiving dinner for our mental health agency. So our mental health agency had our annual Thanksgiving dinner. Um, I know for some people there's going to be a prime time dinner. I'm not really a part of prime time. I'm not really a part of their clubhouse or what they're a part of. But I know Primetime has an annual dinner for the holidays and stuff coming up and stuff too. But I was more interested in the one for our mental health agency where all the staff members get together, they cook turkeys and they cook like collard greens and they cook all this food and all these pies and stuff and all the clients get to enjoy and have some food. I actually had a good time. I mean, nobody really listened to my poem too much. Everybody was talking over me again this year. I mean, actually, more so than last year. People had to like yell and say "listen up" so people could listen to my poem. But last year, but I mean, this year, nobody really kind of listened to my poem. Everybody was talking over me. So the recording for my poem hasn't really been that great because people were just talking over me and nobody really wanted to show me that respect or really listen. So but I still got the recording anyways. I still went up there and did my thing, even if people weren't listening, even if one person was listening. Um, but yeah, we had the annual, mental health dinner. My mother came up in November. My mother came up in October, November. She came up right before we had a craft fair. I had a craft fair. Um, and I could have bailed out. I could have bailed out on the craft fair last minute because I ended up being the only one doing the craft fair, and I could have just bailed out and said no, I'm not going to do the craft fair, even though I put all the stuff together and etc. But I ended up sticking through doing the craft fair and stuff, and I did extremely well. Even the fact that all the people that were supposed to be joining me kind of bailed out. I mean, I still did extremely well by myself doing the craft fair. So we had that craft fair and stuff like that. So, but yeah, everything's going all right. Everything's going good, and things are going all right, and just trying to breathe and trying to live my life. Lot happening, lot happening. Oh, I was also in the process too this holiday season. I gave back some of my mom's handmade items and stuff to a local food bank. I gave back some of my mom's handmade items to a local food bank, and at least two bags full. She brought me up a bag, and I brought up a bag. I came up with a bag to donate. Of my mom's handmade stuff to donate to to charity and stuff like that. And um then I came up with this idea that I wanted to donate a lot of my artwork I had in my apartment to charity and to organizations and stuff to give back. And I have over like 200 paintings in my house. I have over 200 paintings in my house and stuff like that. So I've been going through a handful of paintings and stuff like that to donate to charity or to donate to some people that would take it. And one lady got a whole freaking shopping cart full of stuff from me. She's like, "I'll take whatever you have," and I gave her a whole freaking shopping cart full. Um, so I'm trying to put my I'll say my feelers, but I'm trying to put my word out there that my word out there that at least I can try to be. I'm looking to try to for a few more places that will take some artwork. If not one place that would take a bunch of pieces that back from me as a donation. I'm not looking for money for it. I'm not looking for any type of thing in return. I'm just looking to donate, artwork, to a as a charitable and honorable thing to do for the holidays. I'm trying to give back to people by donating artwork or donating some of my me and my mom's artistic skills back to the community. Um, so a lady got a whole thing full of artwork. A lady got a whole full thing of artwork, and then she got more. She got 6 paintings. Somebody was supposed to deliver another 6 paintings to her yesterday. So yesterday, somebody delivered another 6 paintings to her for artwork yesterday. I and then I went to CCAR. CCAR is a mental health recovery program. Our mental health center here in town. It's a mental health center for people who struggle with addiction or mental health issues. It's called CCAR, and I went to CCAR, with my client's rights officer, somebody who works with clients in the mental health program, who works with their rights and advocacy work and different things like that. And I had brought up this idea to her and stuff like that I would like to give back this year. I have so much paintings and stuff I would like to give back. So she kind of hooked me up with this lady from the state, who obviously I kind of met with before, about other projects with the state and stuff about my artwork. So she kind of hooked me up with that. And I also kind of got hooked up with CCAR, and I donated 6 paintings to CCAR Recovery Center. um you know and I want to donate to a few more places. I probably have another maybe 12 or 20, depending on how I feel, maybe another 12 or 20 paintings that can go and be donated. But, the thing is, people can't totally be picky unless I have to go in and change the work, but people can't totally be picky. I mean, some of my earlier work had a lot of crosses and stuff because obviously, I was obviously, struggling with my own identity within God and what God meant to me. That some of my artwork had crosses and stuff in it. And in the work. And some people have a big problem with the crosses and its religious symbols. So I've had to kind of go in and change some of my work in some cases before I donated, or I had to kind of look at my work and say, are they going to accept this, or are they not going to accept it? So because some people say certain places might not want to accept the religious or the political type of work that I have to give and stuff like that. But I mean, I have what I have, and that's just the luck of the draw. I mean, either you can accept it, or I gotta change it, or we just don't see eye to eye. Um, but there are people out there. There are people out there that will hopefully maybe accept the work and maybe will be beneficial to get a handful of paintings from me as a donation. As I'm looking to give back to certain people in certain places by handing out some artwork and stuff like that. This year, because I have over 200 paintings in my apartment, and I just kind of got to the point that if the local businesses and stuff downtown are not really going to take it, or if it's not really going to sell, or not going to really be supported by local or by people downtown where it can get out there and be seen and shown, then I got to do something with the artwork. And I decided I would just try to give a handful of it back to different organizations and different charities and things this year. Uh, as a charitable donation, or as a charitable way to give back to the community, or give back to people, it's the holiday season. It's the holiday season. Regardless, it's like it's the right thing to do this holiday season. Is just try to give back. It's not all about what you get and what you receive. Sometimes it's about what you give. I know my friend Greg would have a field day with me just saying that because he would think about about him receiving a lot of stuff from me, but because he's all about receiving stuff too. More than giving back. He's more about receiving. So, um, but anyways, I'm in this position now where I'm just trying to chill. I'm trying to do what I need to do. Uh, it's almost the holiday season. It's the first week of December. It's just about the holiday season for Christmas and then New Year's and stuff like that. So, just getting myself settled in. I spent most of my birthday trying to trying to get my groceries in the house, or the rest of my groceries and some things I needed at the store and stuff like that to get by and etc. I mean, part of me wants to go out to the store with my friend Greg if he wants to go out this weekend and try to get a couple things at Dollar General or something, so I can get a couple things for the house and stuff like that, for the holiday season. So, but yeah, it's just like, but God is good. God is good. God is faithful, and I'm just trying to learn to trust God and trust my instincts and try to give back. My heart was really set on trying to give back this year. Trying to give back. Maybe not all my artwork, maybe not all the artwork that I have, but just to give back. A big portion of my artwork that people, it would be out there and people could display it, people could show it, people could appreciate it, because it wasn't being appreciated as much or shown as much as I would like it to be, as it would be sitting in my house. So I've been kind of giving back giving back to the community and giving back to people by having my artwork shown and you know and stuff at places and stuff like that. Um, so that's basically what's been happening. I mean, the month's not over. December's just begun. I mean, I still got a whole bunch of stuff coming for a December book and movie and haul of items I've gotten. Probably like the end of November to like the beginning of December. So far, I'm expecting a lot of items coming in. And who knows towards the end of the month or etc. If I have another opportunity to get something that I would want, or etc., or I would see something that I would get for my haul of things that I bought, that I really appreciate. Um, but I'm stumbling over my words because I'm trying to figure out how to say it, um, but yeah, I mean, there's going to be December haul video, especially when it comes to things like that. But yeah, I celebrated my 36th birthday yesterday, so I'm 36. I'm officially 36, and it's officially closing time. It's officially closing time, or it's getting to be closing time. Go about closing certain chapters and closing, certain things that where I once was, because obviously if things aren't, if things weren't going to go back the way they were going to go back, or people weren't going to, be able to build, heal bridges, before they got burnt in a certain period of time, I wasn't going back. I had other things to take care of. I have other things to do with my life, and other opportunities and goals. But yeah, we had the craft fair was good. Oh, my mom even came up during the time before the craft fair. She even came up, the day or two before the craft fair. She came up, and my mom actually tried Soul Cafe, which is the Soul Cafe is the little Latin American, Dominican little cafe we have, by my house. We have Soul Cafe, which is a little Dominican Latin American cafe, and they serve food from like the Dominican Republic and stuff. So, they, I love Soul Cafe. My mom has always heard me say, "Oh, mom, I went to Soul Cafe, or I got food from Soul Cafe," and my mom was always my mom was like, I'm trying to get my mom to just come up here and try Soul Cafe. So I mean, a couple visits in, she didn't try Soul Cafe. We tried other restaurants and things, but she finally got up there and tried came up here and tried Soul Cafe this year. So I was very excited. She was very blown away by how much food you got, and how much how well the establishment and the cooking was of Soul. She was very blown away with, like, just Soul Cafe in general. So, I know my mom and my mom's friend Rose said they might even like to come back, at some point to go to Soul Cafe and try to get, some more Dominican food and stuff when they come up. Um, for many people that don't know, I believe I'm an Italian. I believe I'm an Italian with some Latin American heritage. And they do exist. There's Italians out there with Latin American heritage and stuff that I believe that they were in Sicily. They believe that they were Sicilian and they were in Sicily. That there were Italian Americans that in Sicily that there were Spanish settlers, there were Arabic settlers, there were Norman settlers that settled in Sicily, forever changing the landscape and the culture and the bloodline of the Sicilians that were Italian, mixing them with like Spanish and Norman and Arabic bloodline. So that's kind of what happened to me, is that I think my ancestors down the line were Sicilian, and they were mixed with like Latin American bloodlines and stuff that they have. Some of my culture is not just Italian. It's also Latin American too and stuff like that. So, um, but yeah, so that might explain more why I like a Latin American food and I'm so obsessed with the pernil. Pernil is like my go to when I get my Dominican food at Soul Cafe. I love my pernil. I'm always big on the pernil, but eventually I gotta try some other stuff. But I am kind of like Italian, but with like a Latin, like Spanish, Latin American Spanish mix to my name or to my heritage down the line. So, but I am more, Italian and more white. But, um, anyways, just wanted to come on and speak my mind and see how things are going. Uh, yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. The holidays are not over. Things are not over. Hopefully the rest of this month is going to have some promise, and there's things that are going to be good for this month, and there's things that are going to, be happening and stuff. So, um, but yeah, it's officially the holidays. So, alrighty, just wanted to come on and say all that because that's basically where I'm at this point. I'm just kind of resting right now after my birthday. It's the weekend, It's officially the weekend. My birthday fell on a Friday this year, so sometimes it's on a Monday, sometimes it's on a Tuesday. It fluctuates. Each year it fluctuates from like a Monday to like a Friday. So by the end of certain years. So this year my birthday was on a Friday. So I got to enjoy. I mean, I didn't really get to enjoy too much of it because I was too busy getting my stuff in order and stuff. But I got to have my birthday and the enjoyment of my birthday on a Friday. So, I mean, maybe I could do more this weekend to celebrate my birthday and to live it up a little bit, and just do better by myself and etc. So, alrighty. But that's all I gotta say at this point. There might be a part two to this video because right now there's a lot going on. There's been a lot going on with like, different things and, stuff like that. But there may be more. There may be a part two to this video. I don't know how lively my second half of my December is gonna be. But I mean, the first part of like the end of November, like the beginning of December, kind of went off with a bang. So, and it's my season too. It's Sagittarius season, so it's my season. So, welcome to Sagittarius season. Let's have a freaky fun party, huh? So, anyways, peace.